Rusty Hamer's life is a poignant reminder of the highs and lows that come with childhood stardom. Best known for his role as Rusty Williams on The Danny Thomas Show, he captured the hearts of millions with his sharp wit and natural charm. But behind the bright lights of Hollywood lay struggles that would ultimately overshadow his talent. In today's video, we delve into the life and tragic final days of Rusty Hamer, exploring the legacy of a young actor whose story serves as both an inspiration and a cautionary tale. Born on February 15, 1947, in Tenafly, New Jersey, Rusty. The youngest of three sons, Rusty was raised by his father, Arthur Walter John Hamer Sr., a hard-working men's shirt salesman, and his mother, Dorothy Hamer, née Chrétien, a former silent film actress with Maltese heritage. Born the youngest of three brothers, Rusty grew up alongside his older siblings, John and Walter, in a household where the arts were always present. His nickname, Rusty, was a playful nod to his first name, Russell, but it also perfectly captured his fiery red hair and freckled face, a look that would later make him instantly recognizable to audiences across America. Rusty's early exposure to the stage came thanks to his parents, who were heavily involved in community theater productions. Their passion for performing ignited a spark in all three brothers, but Rusty stood out even as a toddler. With a natural talent for memorization and a flair for storytelling, he began captivating audiences at an incredibly young age. Whether reciting stories, performing skits, or entertaining service club luncheons, women's clubs, and church groups, Rusty's charisma and energy made him a crowd favorite. In 1951, the Hamer family packed up their lives and moved to Los Angeles, a city brimming with opportunities and the promise of stardom. Arthur Hamer, Rusty's father, took a job as a representative for a men's sports shirt manufacturer, working hard to support his family in their new home. Tragically, Arthur passed away just 8 months after Rusty was cast in The Danny Thomas Show, leaving a bittersweet mark on what would become the defining moment of his son's career. Not long after their arrival in Los Angeles, Rusty and his older brother John were performing in a local stage production when an agent spotted their natural talent. The agent signed both boys to film contracts, marking the beginning of Rusty's journey into Hollywood. Just a year later, in 1952, Rusty landed his first acting role in the 3D Western Fort Ty, starring George Montgomery and Joan Vose. Rusty's big break came in 1953 when fate intervened in the form of Danny Thomas's secretary. While attending a local stage production, she noticed Rusty's natural charisma and impressive talent. Certain that he had star potential, she urged Thomas to audition the young actor for his upcoming sitcom, Make Room for Daddy. Thomas agreed, and when Rusty walked into the audition room, he exceeded all expectations. The 6-year-old's precocious nature, sharp wit, and impeccable timing made him the perfect choice to play Rusty Williams, the quick-witted son in the show. Danny Thomas was so impressed by Rusty that he later described him as the best boy actor I ever saw in my life. He praised Rusty's extraordinary memory, natural comedic timing, and adaptability, noting how effortlessly Rusty could deliver new lines, even when changes were made at the last minute. It was a talent that set Rusty apart from other child actors of the era. Make Room for Daddy made its television debut on September 29, 1953, airing on ABC. While it earned critical acclaim for its humor and heartfelt moments, the series struggled to capture a significant audience. After 4 seasons of modest success, the show underwent a transformation. It moved to CBS, where it was rebranded as The Danny Thomas Show. This retooled version struck a chord with viewers, skyrocketing in popularity and becoming a top 15 hit for its remaining 7 seasons. In 1956, he showcased his singing talent in an episode of The Danny Thomas Show titled The Talented Kid, where he performed a song that hinted at a potential career in music. By 1959, Hamer made his first official foray into the music industry, releasing his debut single, a rock ballad called Two of a Kind, with the B-side track, If Only Mother Would Let Me, written by Wally Gold and Aaron Schroeder, and released through Mercury Records. The single aimed to capitalize on Rusty's television fame. However, despite his efforts, the song failed to gain traction commercially. With the disappointing reception of his first record, Hamer decided not to pursue a singing career further. By the end of 1963, The Danny Thomas Show had solidified its legacy, earning 5 Primetime Emmy Awards and numerous other accolades. It was still a top 10 hit, but Danny Thomas decided to bring the series to a close, eager to explore new opportunities in entertainment. For Rusty, this marked the end of an era. At just 17 years old, he transitioned from life as a television star to a new chapter at Palisades High School, later Palisades Charter High School. However, adjusting to public school life proved challenging. Having spent most of his childhood being privately tutored on set, Rusty found it difficult to adapt to the structure and social environment of a traditional classroom. As Rusty Hamer approached his high school graduation in June 1964, the young actor was determined to continue his career in entertainment. In an interview with reporter Bob Thomas, Rusty revealed his aspirations to branch out into more dramatic roles, signaling his desire to move beyond the child star persona he had cultivated on The Danny Thomas Show. He shared that he was under consideration for roles in popular television series like Mr. Novak, Arrest and Trial, and Ben Casey. Alongside these ambitions, Rusty also expressed plans to attend college, a decision influenced by Danny Thomas, whom he regarded as a second father following the death of his own father in 1953. Despite his determination, Rusty's career following The Danny Thomas Show struggled to gain traction. About a year after the sitcom ended, Rusty briefly reprised his role as Rusty Williams in 3 episodes of The Joey Bishop Show. In this storyline, Rusty's character was now a university student staying with Joey Barnes's family. However, his return to television was short-lived, as The Joey Bishop Show was canceled soon after his episodes aired. Rusty also reunited with his former castmates in the Danny Thomas TV Family Reunion, a special that aired on NBC, providing a nostalgic look back at the show that had made him a household name. In December 1966, Rusty's life took a dramatic turn when he suffered a gunshot wound in a freak accident. While returning from an overnight hunting trip, a gun he was carrying in a shoulder holster slipped, fell to the ground, and discharged, striking him in the abdomen. He was rushed to Santa Monica Emergency Hospital for surgery, and fortunately, made a full recovery. The incident, while harrowing, didn't keep Rusty from participating in another reunion special. In 1967, he appeared in Make More Room for Daddy, which aired as part of the NBC anthology series, The Danny Thomas Hour. Throughout the mid to late 1960s, Rusty Hamer faced the challenging transition from child star to adult actor, a hurdle that has derailed the careers of many former young talents. Despite enrolling in acting classes on the advice of Danny Thomas, who remained a mentor figure in his life, Rusty struggled to land any significant roles. His inability to break free from his association with the character of Rusty Williams left him increasingly bitter and disheartened. By the end of the decade, the once beloved actor found himself far removed from the spotlight. To make ends meet, he took a job with a messenger service in Los Angeles and later worked as a carpenter's apprentice. Far cries from the glitz of Hollywood. Rusty's post-Danny Thomas Show career was marked by a single non-Rusty Williams acting role, a guest spot on the CBS sitcom Green Acres, which aired in November 1969. While the appearance was a rare departure from his most famous character, it did little to revitalize his fading career. In 1969, Rusty returned to the role that had made him a household name when he reprised his character in Make Room for Granddaddy, the third reunion special for The Danny Thomas Show. The special aired on CBS on September 14th and was met with strong ratings, proving that audiences still had a fondness for the original show and its cast. Encouraged by the success, ABC greenlit a weekly sequel series, also titled Make Room for Granddaddy, for its fall 1970 schedule. Rusty joined the cast once again, hoping that the new series might recapture the magic of the original. Make Room for Granddaddy premiered on September 24, 1970, but failed to connect with modern audiences. Despite the nostalgia factor, the show couldn't replicate the success of its predecessor and was canceled after just one season. For Rusty, this marked the end of his acting career. His role in the short-lived series was his final on-screen appearance, closing the chapter on a career that had begun with so much promise, but ultimately left him searching for direction. As the 1970s unfolded, Rusty Hamer's life took a dramatic turn away from the spotlight. Moving far from the glamour of Hollywood, he settled in southwestern Louisiana, where he found work that was a stark contrast to his days as a beloved television star. Rusty worked on an offshore oil rig for Exxon, braving the harsh realities of manual labor, and supplemented his income by delivering newspapers. It was a humbling chapter for a man who had once been one of America's most recognizable child actors. In 1976, Rusty relocated to DeRidder, Louisiana, to be closer to his ailing mother, Dorothy, who was battling Alzheimer's disease. Dorothy had moved in with Rusty's elder brother, John, who had opened a cafe in the area. Rusty occasionally worked at the cafe as a short-order cook, a far cry from the career he had once envisioned for himself. Despite the simplicity of this new life, it reflected Rusty's enduring loyalty to his family, particularly during such a difficult time. Even as he moved further from the entertainment industry, Rusty remained connected to his past. In October 1981, he reunited with his former Danny Thomas Show co-stars, Danny Thomas and Angela Cartwright. The heartfelt reunion was televised as part of the ABC special What Became Of, which aired on October 25th. The special offered a nostalgic glimpse into the lives of former television stars, providing audiences a chance to see the actor who had once charmed millions as Rusty Williams. Rusty Hamer's life came to a tragic end on the night of January 18, 1990, when his brother, John Hamer, discovered his lifeless body in his trailer home in DeRidder, Louisiana. Rusty had taken his own life, shooting himself in the head with a .357 Magnum revolver. His passing was as sudden as it was heartbreaking, a somber conclusion to the struggles that had quietly defined his later years. John Hamer later reflected on the factors he believed had contributed to his brother's despair. Rusty had never been able to transition successfully into adult acting roles, a reality that left him deeply bitter and disillusioned. Adding to this burden was the chronic back pain that plagued him for years, pain he refused to seek medical treatment for, and the emotional toll of their mother's battle with Alzheimer's disease. John described his brother's state of mind, saying, "He hasn't really been happy since his early 20s, but he didn't show any signs of this happening. It was just all of a sudden. He was a very unhappy, very confused young man. No one does something like that if he isn't confused." He also noted how Rusty's struggles mirrored those of many former child actors who found it difficult to adjust to life after fame. Rusty's passing was handled quietly, his body was cremated, and no formal service was held. In a poignant and symbolic gesture, His ashes were scattered at sea 3 miles off Marina del Rey, California. This ceremony, held after the death of fellow former child actor Tommy Rettig in 1996, combined the ashes of both actors, a bittersweet tribute to two young stars whose lives had been marked by both early success and later struggles. On February 8, 1960, at the height of his fame, Rusty was honored with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame for his contributions to television. Located at 6323 Hollywood Boulevard, the star stands as a testament to the joy and entertainment he brought to audiences during his career, a bright reminder of the legacy he left behind as the lovable Rusty Williams on The Danny Thomas Show. However, Rusty's tragic death in 1990 also served as a wake-up call for the entertainment industry. His suicide brought much-needed attention to the struggles that many child actors face when transitioning from early fame to adult life. It highlighted the emotional and psychological challenges that can follow years of working in an industry that often leaves young performers unprepared for life outside the spotlight. Rusty's passing inspired fellow former child actor Paul Peterson, known for his role on ABC's The Donna Reed Show, to take action. Peterson founded A Minor Consideration, a support group dedicated to improving the working conditions of young actors and providing resources for former child performers navigating life after fame. The organization addresses critical issues such as financial literacy, mental health support, and career guidance, all with the goal of ensuring that no young entertainer faces the isolation and struggles that plagued Rusty's later years. Rusty Hamer brought laughter and joy to countless homes during his time on The Danny Thomas Show, but his life also highlights the harsh realities that child stars often face after the cameras stop rolling. Though his journey ended tragically, his impact on the entertainment industry remains unforgettable. Thank you for joining us in remembering Rusty Hamer's life and legacy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more stories that uncover the real lives behind Hollywood's brightest stars. Until next time.